We're doing a cave monkey challenge. It's something I surprisingly have not tried before, and that is how many pops can I get on the cave monkey in a game of chimps. Now, in terms of a 2 million pops, I'm pretty sure it's like impossible due to the power of the cave monkey. The only info I can find online about anyone even discussing this challenge is this one. What's the highest pop count anyone's gotten with cave monkey? Is 2 NPC doable? And clearly, everyone else thinks it's impossible as well. Didn't ISAB already try this challenge? Surprisingly, no. The challenge instead of 2 million is just going to be how many, and I think we can get at least 1 million. So might I remind you of the cave monkey stats? It does 1 damage, and it has 5 pierce. And there are no upgrades to it. It at least has a stun effect, so it can be pretty useful at, like, utility for mobs and all that. But without any other further upgrades on that tower, and those low base stats, you can see why it's going to be hard to get a lot of pops. I think we're going to rush the mortar first, so that we can actually free the cave monkey. We need, I think, 30 shots. And another issue with the cave monkey, you can't control the placement of it unless you do a Chinook, which I think I'm going to absolutely do this run. Alright, there it is. 30 pops have been accrued, or 30 shots. And that's our initial placement. It's random, like, anywhere near the front of the track. I don't know if this is a very good RNG for the early game, but I mean, AC is 2 parts of the track, so I'm not going to complain too much about that. So I'm sorry to say that, yes, we are going to use Geraldo's cheesy items. I don't think I'm going to waste money on a pickle early just to steal some pops away. It would help the cave monkey, but nah. What we want is obviously the Jerry Fire. That's probably going to be where a majority of the damage comes up from the cave monkey. Hang on. Discount Village appears in $15. There we go. Okay, now before going for the Chinook, I'm gonna at least get Alp buff, because like with Chinook I can move the Alp around at least. So even though when I move away the cave monkey, it's not gonna be under Alp anymore. I can move the Alp after. Well, there's the Alp buff now, so much stronger now, at least 2 times. But again, because of the horrible placement, it's still leaking crazy amounts. I'm thinking I want at least an air burst in that case, like to clean up all the balloons exiting. At some point, the balloons are going to get too strong that I will need real defense. We can't get away with cave monkey the whole time. Or I can actually use my helicopter instead of going for air burst. I think I need camo though, yeah. Camo for 33 in advance. Yeah, it's only round 34, which is a round that no one ever dies to, yet you're starting to fall behind like crazy. It's not good. Alright, the monies for heli is there. Let it save us. Nice. Now, another problem with the heli pilot is that it's, even after I get Chinook, it's gonna suck as a damage tower. Because we're basically stuck at 2 darts up until Chinook, which makes it do 2 damage, I think. But that obviously doesn't do much. At least with the blowback, we can maybe squeeze in a couple pops. A couple extra in the cave monkey. You know, keep them in the entrance, clump them so that the pierce actually helps. So let's see, can Cave Monkey save the day here with its mob stun? All we gotta do is pop the layer, and I can actually get away with not buying Airburst, cause I can get Jerry Fire very soon, I think. So let me just blow them back all the way to the entrance here. So Cave Monkey can do the work and clean up. Lovely. Lovely. I think 1 more round for Jerry Fire. Noise. The only problem is that I'm doing this. I really should have done this when Geraldo was much stronger. Because, like, he's basically twice as bad now, at least for the mid-game. Jerry Fires on average cost twice the amount because they only last 5 rounds instead of 10, so I gotta spend $700 extra every 5 rounds. Or rather, every 10 rounds. Every 10 rounds, and that really adds up. I'm gonna be spending overall several $1,000s more, because I'm gonna need Jerry Fire every single round for the rest of the game. I'm almost certain of that. Oh, okay, bad news. I can afford Chinook, but I don't have Jerry Fire. I think, again, Jerry Fire must be prioritized. It cleans out these rounds so easily. And there it is, now we can get it in a good spot. So as for that good spot, I'm thinking here. Tell me otherwise if it's not that great, but I don't know. I like it. And of course, let's move our Alchemist back. So next on the list is probably Jungle Drums and or Stronger Stimmy. Double D first. right? Right, because I'm probably going to end up getting a Called Arms at some point this run. So we want to make it cheaper. Jungle Drums now, you're probably thinking, or some people have already said, should I move it out further back so it steals less pops? Well, if this was a 2 million pops challenge, yes. But again, since, like, it's almost guaranteed impossible, we're gonna end up getting several 100,000 pops from other towers at the end of the game anyway. So I think in that case, the several thousand extra this gets from being in the entrance doesn't matter. Plus, the way my heli is, I don't want the AMD to be thrown in that. You know what I mean? Alright, now what I'd like to do is utilize the double discount to discount things that I'm gonna get later. So overclock is gonna be next, I think. Get the tier 3 to maximize discount and then move it away. Easy, money saved. And now another 700 down the drain. Okay, no. I'm seeing all these mobs here. I think before overclock we need glue. We need some utility to give it more time. Because these mobs are moving too damn fast for my liking. So I definitely want to go for a Glue Storm, Glue Strike as well for extra +2 damage since the base monkey is 1D. Same with the Jerry Fire. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I've been really indecisive in that I got a bunch of small tier towers that I haven't fully committed to yet. I love the Glue Storm for permanence, like close to permanent +2. But that's a ways away. Maybe Relentless is a good build to go for next. So just for reference, there are currently about 63,000 pops at this stage of the game, so Cave Monkey has gotten about 2/3 of them, which is a good pace, because again, I think at least 1 million would be nice. But these should be the prime rounds. I feel like once we get to super late game, like in the 90s, it's gonna be hard for this thing to even get half the pops, I'm guessing. Oh, purples are destroying my Jerry Fire. No wonder we're struggling so badly. Let me get my Chinook to do some damage then to purples, while blowing back the Cerams, man. Okay, so if I keep dying this round, I think I have an idea. I think I'll probably spend the 160 on the Jar Pickles. That will help us, even though it does give us a little bit less stunning power. I think it's worth. Also, we'll have the Mortar target the purples here, just so we can get rid of them. So the GFR actually does work. Let me just say, it feels so much nicer not having to worry about, like, one tower getting 100 too many pops. That was, I guess, my one pet peeve about doing very hard too many pops challenges. I'd like to find the line between hard and fun. Hard and fun is the ideal goal, as with everything. 63 should not be that hard with a Glue Strike. Alright, I lied. 63 is not easy. At least, I need Glue Strike to survive here. Can I stall for wave 3 to come out? Perfect. Let's unload it now. But there's just too much to blow back here. We're cooked. We're cooked, or are we? Oh, wait. We're pulling it back. We somehow did it, despite all odds. Alright, there it is. OC on 65. Now watch as Cave Monkey perma-stuns Blimps. Okay, perma-stun with a huge asterisk, but much better. When you say, again, it doesn't buff the Jerry Fire, which is why I think a Call to Arms would be very valuable, because that would buff both Cave Monkey attack speed and Jerry Fire, but still, I think OC is worth the money. Okay, so for reference, 144,000 pops at this stage of the game, so we are above 67%. Alright, so I got a teeny tiny dilemma here. There's so many things I want to get support-wise. It's, again, if you've watched too many pops challenges, it's always going to be the same sort of buffs, but my question is, which one next? Glue Storm is probably the closest to being for it since I already have Glue Strike, and I guess I'll go for it. But again, I'd love to get Called Arms, but I also love to get a Snowstorm Absolute Zero. But that's a lot of things to buy, and not enough money. When again, we gotta spend so much money on Jerry Fires every 5 rounds. Oh, I think we are mega dead on 75 here, god. And we're still 8k short of Glue Storm. Lovely. I don't think there's any way I can save this here. Nah. So we gotta keep spending. Again, Pickle is a must. Trust me, the Pickle will save us. The Pickle will save us. Another Glue Strike now. Once again, we are not to care about other towers getting pops. We just gotta beat the round, ideally. So if we can hold off all these mobs here and blow all the Cerams back, that'd be epic. And we're kind of doing it. 76 should be easy. with a grow blocker in the entrance. Okay, 77 took way too long to beat. I have a feeling that's going to be every round from now on. Sigh. Sorry to bring up the monkey psychic's name. Now, 79 is going to be a nightmare. We go rainbows infinitely. Thankfully, Glue Storm is there. Now, my question is, can it work? I'm also going to do maybe a medium brain strategy. Maybe this helps a little bit. I don't know. Dropping the foam down. I'll let it do extra damage. But if it can delete the regrows, that would be great for me. But here we go. We got the mortar shooting too, because I don't care. I need all the damage I can get here. Otherwise, it's gonna be far too annoying. And no. It's too many regro rainbows, guys. Even with the glue storm. Let me cook. Foam here. Stuff out of the entrance. I think it's gotta be much better, right? Maybe half of the balloons are regrow now. But it still gets pierce cap, so that might be GG, yeah. GG, guys. Oh my god. This is a nightmare. How about an 041 overclock with oversized nails? That is so much pierce in the foam. Oh my god, we still die, yeah. We might be cooked. It has been decided this round's impossible without maelstroming. Who cares about 10,000 pops when I'm gonna have 5 billion stolen? So let's just blow one now. And Geraldo steals a casual 9,000 or so. And that's now up to only 10,000. Actually, that didn't do a lot, the second one. I'll take it. I'll take it. Minus 1,400 down the drain there, but what are we gonna do? Okay, we're getting to scary territory, because we are so far off from getting our call to arms. And we have 15 mobs to deal with this round. 15 BFBs. Good god, we've never been more cooked. You know what I can do? I can still move Cave Monkey here to salvage the round. I didn't think about that, but it's not gonna work for this round, but I can definitely use it for a lot of other rounds, I would say. In fact, I can even do it for the start of this round. Yeah. These rounds take forever, so it's definitely worth it to get a head start. Okay, I'm running it back. This spot's looking great. Oh yeah. The bongs get right in the intersection, so I think it always maximizes pierce. I was close, but yeah, that spot's safe today for sure. You know what? I think a better spot for the Cave Monkey for round 2 is here. Because it being on first hits the intersection, or hits right where 3 paths cross. And it can hit up here more, yeah. It turns out I think that static spot I left it in may not be that great. Oh my god, I didn't. Okay. Alright, I think I'm just gonna go for it. We're gonna Ember it. I think I need +1 damage. I know the ice shards is crazy. It's 2,000 pops is crazy. Oh, I can already tell that's a huge difference maker. We beat all the mobs already. And there's only FBFEs left at this part of the stage. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Don't forget too, I can move the Emberit to a spot if like I'm struggling to the F mobs here. But I'd like to just keep it up there, up in front. Because I like it not hitting cerams. Only 8.5k this round. Alright. Yeah, that was much easier. Thanks, 9,000 pops. What is Cave Monkey? Excuse me, hang on. I think I ran into a funny bug. What's going on with our Cave Monkey? He's just dancing. I don't think I've ever seen that before. But sorry, buddy. You gotta actually get back to work. No more, slacking off. Wait, he's still doing it, but this time he's actually hitting the balloons. Or is the animation, like, messed up? I guess don't mind him. He's grooving to the BTD music. I wouldn't blame him. It's pretty fire. We've got the Cave Monkey stuck on perma-tweaking mode. I think I'm gonna have to use one more move to end this round off. But overall, yeah. Emberit has given us such a much easier time now. Am I close? I'm pretty close. Good news, we got an upgraded Jerry Fire now, and this one lasts 10 rounds, so I only need 2 now for the rest of the game. And the Jerry Fire is a bit stronger now, too. Alright, somehow this round is doing pretty good. Hang on, let me use the spike here. Ugh. I didn't want to Chinook the cave too early. I think now is a good time. Alright, 87 is officially impossible. Guys, if we're struggling 13 rounds to the end of the challenge, I don't think there's much hope for our boy. God damn it, we're dead here, we're dead here, we're dead here, we're dead here. Or not. Saved. We've got 4 BFBs left. Nope. That's as close as we can get, 87. Now, this is officially mailing in, and we're gonna get an airburst starts, as I said I might get. This does way more mob damage, and that's why it pops so early. I think that will help us immensely. Oh my god, this is so night and day. A $900 upgrade is completely changing the tides of this game. And it only did like 6,000 damage this round. Okay, and finally, after 20 minutes, if it takes 20 minutes each round, I don't think I'm gonna be able to eat today. I think maybe once you get called arms, you can submerge it, because this is gonna be humongous. Humongous, there we go. All right, back on first here. The airburst allows me to not have to move Cave Monkey if it's one mob getting through. That was the issue last time. Literally one mob I gotta replace my entire utility. Having it stun so early for so long is just an insane luxury. Oh my god, airburst clutch here, look at that. We didn't have the Cave Monkey for this part, but it saved our butthole. It only took to round 91 to get 500,000 pops. Man, if I really want to reach 1 million, it's gonna take a lot of effort for these last 10 rounds here. Let me say. Move this up now. Unsubmerge. This round's hard. I think I have a boot given up, guys. I've added a second embroiderment because I can't keep up with these F-mobs, man. I need more +1 everywhere. So this one's gonna steal hella pops. Yeah, 8,000, but it's just so cooked, man. Cave Monkey is so cooked. No wonder it went extinct. Okay, I think what solved this round is just having Sharpening Stone. Extra Pierce goes a long way. Even if, again, it gives us hella pops. You know what I'll do, actually? No, never mind. I'm definitely cooked here. No doubt about it. Holy crap. I was kidding when I said each round would take 20 minutes, but I'm not. It legitimately is. So game, please let this be the end of the 20 minutes for round 92. I'd like to move on now. This run's the best. There we go. Yeah, at this point again, I need like other damage. Cave Monkey can't cut it. I'm also almost dying to Cerams of all things. So do I want to keep going support, or should I just go for, I feel like, more damage? Like, Sabo would be nice, but I think I would lack damage if I kept going support. Genuinely. Should we do P mentoring for, like, cooldown reduction? CDR reduction in my IMO? That sounds great to get that ASAP as possible. Honestly, I have no idea how I survived 94 BFBs here, but I'm taking that, holy. Alright, I'm giving up. In the form of doing another Jerry Fire on the sub, which means, yes, we're basically getting split damage now, I'd say. That's cheapest thing in my budget range that can help give power without, again, costing too much. Alright, this is it. Final Cave Monkey spot. Please clutch up for me. We got 3 ZMGs worth of insides. Can a Cave Monkey clutch? The answer is likely no, but I'd be delighted. I'm shitting bricks right now, I'm not gonna lie. Ay, finally. Another 20 minutes this round. Okay, maybe I realized that was a bit less than 20 minutes, but yeah. Brutal regardless. Alright, this looks like a clean 95. Clean 95. Move this over now to clutch up the last. Strong. And that should give us enough stuns. Nice. This round was not that hard at all. Last support I think I'll get is a giant condor, okay? It doesn't get a lot of pops unless it pops the balloon insides completely. But this should be some good stalling, I think, for BFBs and Moabs. I got targeting strong. Like, it's gonna move all these F-mobs that are an issue back to the entrance where they can get the embroiderment buff and all that. So, what's not to like? You know what I'm saying? I think it made the F-mobs there so much easier for only the cost of 2,000 pops. So, definitely worth. Definitely worth. Damn, Condor, I wasn't familiar with your game. Once we pop the ZMG layer 2, it should make things so much more easier. Alright, so wait for the ZMGs to pop. And watch the Condor come into action. I gave it a third bird for intel. It might take a little bit, though, for it to start working, but yeah. There we go, one at a time. One at a time. And we have just hit, or about to hit, 750,000. Oh, I don't know. Sadly, I don't think there's 250k pops in the next 3 rounds for Cave Monkey. But we're gonna try our hardest, okay? We're gonna try even if it looks bleak. Now, first things first, I'm gonna move the Alk out of the way. I think the embroiderments have really been what's been adding up. I think we'll save Sabo for F-Moabs, I'm thinking. Yeah. Only for a line of F-Moabs that looks scary. I think that's a good idea. If there's only a couple, like here, I think it's fine to let this guy do it. I think I'll just move it now, actually. What a nightmare. Wait, how are the ZMGs already here? I guess the Cave Monkey barely did anything to it. Oh, yikes. Guys, we are so coked it's not even funny. We'll use a rejuve now. I think I need it. I gotta put my bird back on first now. To save the day. Come on. So many mobs here. Not enough time. Maelstrom. Nope. Anyway, I've kind of completely given up. As you see, I have 4 Jerry Fires total. So K-Monkey is pretty much doing a quarter of the damage. And it is down to only BFBs now. Okay. I like what the Condor is doing. This spot puts them so far back. It's beautiful. I don't know about you, but I love the sight of that. I'm loving the sight of that. Let's move an Emberit here as well to help do some damage on the backside. Wow, it turns out all we needed was literally infinite Jerry Fires to survive 98. But it has been done. I'll preemptively move this up here, actually. Bird here as well. Just so it's up for 99. Alright, 16,000. Probably First Strike and or Spike Storm for the ending there. We've never had an issue with DT round, so I'm not worried at all. Just CT and we're Gucci. CT and we're good to the Chi. 820k, yeah. We're gonna fall a bit short of a milli. But I hope you can see the pain of literally getting pops on the K-Monkey in the first place. 10 out of 10, do not recommend. Watch this, 20k free damage just like this. And only ZMGs, but only 2 of them is easy. We've dealt with 5 billion in the past. And of course we wait for the Condor to do its BFB pulling back action. God, that's disgusting. Let's move it over here now. And end it all. We can even submerge this for a couple hundred extra pops. Final count, 835,000. For the effort that took, that was very disappointing. Again, I hope you enjoyed watching me suffer though. Even despite that, I think it's safe to say that 2 million pops may be hard to get on this tower.